Long before the colonial shadow stretched across Africa, before foreign empires carved borders into living land, there rose a kingdom beneath the rising sun. A kingdom cradled between mountain spines and endless savanna, where gold was not ordered but honored, where strength did not silence wisdom. They were called the Harazun, those who rise with the sun, a young kingdom, not the largest, not the most feared, but growing in thoughts, growing in unity, growing in purpose. Their warriors strayed at dawn, their children studied philosophy at dusk, their elders taught that wealth without virtue is a thing in disguise. At their center stood a ruler, unlike many kings of his age, King Omalek Zareful, not crowned by conquest, but chosen by counsel, a king who spoke softly, yet carried the gravity of mountains. The Arazon flourished, their architecture rose in carved clay, stone adorned with eagle emblems. Their market thrived, their farms yielded abundance, but beyond their horizon, steel ship cut across foreign waters. Maps were unrolled on polished tables. Gold samples passed between glove ends, and visions sharpened like a blade. The European Empire had seen them, and it hungered. The first invasion came with smoke and thunder. Rifles cracked through morning air. Cannons roared like iron beasts. Boots marched in calculated formation. Invaders expected submission. They met resistance. The Arazon did not charge. They adapted. They struck from tall grass, from river banks, from elevated terrain, and among them stood one warrior, whose eyes moved faster than the battle itself. Azir Kahib counted rifle reloads intervals. He anticipated cavalry flanks. He redirected formation before danger arrived. Where chaos erupted, he created order. The first clash was brutal. Smoke swallowed the sky. Metal tore flesh. Courage met gunpowder. And against expectations, the European Empire faltered. The Arazon drove them back to the shores from which they came. Victory was theirs, but victory carried a price. Fires consumed homes. Widows wept beside fallen shields. Children clung to ashes where walls once stood. The battle was won, but peace was not. King Omalek stood over the ruins and whispered what few dared to say aloud. They will return, and they would not return the same. That night, beneath a sky heavy with stars, Azir made a choice. He did not seek praise. He did not seek title. He sought tomorrow. Alone began the ascent to the sacred mountain of Arazon. Mountains no warrior had climbed in generations. Mountains believed to touch the realm of the spirits. The climb tested more than muscles. Storm lashed his skin. Wind tore at his balance. His hands bled against jagged stone. His breath thinned in high altitude. More than once he nearly fell, but each time he saw the faces of his people, and he climbed. Days passed, then at the summit, the storm did not rage, it waited. Clouds spiraled unnaturally overhead. The air hummed with something ancient, and then the sky opened, and descending from the heavens came a presence older than empires. A Kerenta, sky sovereign, wings vast as storm fronts, feathers woven from golden lights, eyes that carry the memories of civilization long forgotten. The Hebrew god did not roar, he observed, then spoke, not in sound, but in spirit. He climbed not for power, he climbed for orders. Azir knelt, not in fear, but in humility. Take my life, say, give my people tomorrow. The covenant was sealed, light consumed him, but peace was transformed. Golden energy surged through bone and blood. His senses expanded beyond human limits. He could Hear heartbeats miles below. See beyond the curve of the earth. Feel the wind before it moved. Wings of radiant force erupted from its heart. The first Eagle Man was born. The European Empire returned. Heavier artillery, reinforced battalion, war machines dragged by iron and arrogance. Harazon walls trembled. The warriors fought with everything they had left. But numbers pressed inward. The city was breaking, and then the wind stopped. Silence fell unnaturally across battlefield. Soldiers looked skyward. Clouds spiraled into vortex. A cry split in the heavens, not of man, not of beast, but of something divine. Lightning struck the center of the battlefield. The earth exploded outward. When dust settled, he stood there, eyes glowing like molten gold. Energy wings stretching wide behind him. The first Eagle Man. Rifle fired, bullets screamed towards him. The wind bends around his form. Projectiles slowed, then shattered against radiant force. He moved, not like a man, like a storm. Blood through rifle lines, disarmed battalions in heartbeats. Crushed artillery barrels with bare ends, leaped skyward, and descended like judgment itself. Cannons collapsed beneath its impacts, iron warped as though made of clay. When surrounded by hundreds, he spread his wings. A vortex of wind erupted outward. Soldiers lifted from their feet, rifle torn from ends. Morale shattered. Their commander charged in desperation. Steel blade raised, Kazia caught it in midair, crushed it into fragments, and with a single look, he commanded retreat. The European Empire fled. The battlefield grew quiet. The golden sunlight pierced through fading storm clouds. The Harazon did not kneel in worship. They stood in reverence. Their protector had risen. Peace returned. For a time, power has seasons. Tazier aged slower than other men. Years passed like drifting clouds. He guarded, he guided, he ensured his people would never again be unprepared. At 99 years of life, he laid beneath the same sunrise that crowned his kingdom. His final breath carried no fear, only fulfillment. His eyes closed, golden light rose gently from his body. The eagle spirit returned to the sky. Dormant, waiting. Years later, the European Empire united in the Berlin Conference. Stronger, coordinated, relentless, this time without aim, the Harazon fell. Their walls crumbled, their banners burned. But they were not erased. They scattered across continents. Their language evolved into many tongues. Their customs shaped emerging tribes. Their bloodline spread through generations, and within that bloodline, the eagle spirit slept. Not gone, not dead. Waiting for courage, waiting for sacrifice, waiting for one whose heart beats not for power, but for justice. Because legends do not end, they return when the world needs them the most.